It's noisy. So I do want to dress the part, like creative and fun and inspiring. And as I get older, my body changes a little bit. My tummy's bigger. So those little tight jeans don't look good on me. But I can design or buy clothes that are flattering. But I don't have any money. So that's not going to happen. I just have to make do with what I got, shoes and clothes. And I did order a hat. It's like the Mad Hat or the bombing hat with real fur. It's gonna keep my noggin warm. I have great hope that this is gonna be financially solvent for not just me, but a lot of people that want to work for world peace. And not so esoteric, peace in schools and making decisions and being on the internet and the news about ideas, creative ideas, people that have good creative thinking. We need people that follow the patterns and do the grid too. If jumping outside the box is not your thing that you feel comfortable with, we have roles in the school that do that too. That's why we have to compliment and love each other, appreciate each other for what we're good at. And not just like in public school. It just doesn't make any sense to get on the bus and feel like a failure. If you got up and got out of bed and made it to the school, that's a certain amount of success, just showing up. But then after that, we got to figure out what you're good at and what you like. Not force feeding. Introduce them to the ideas, but don't force feed it, because it brings a great amount of discontent in education, because education is encompassing so much depending on the person. I think every person can get educated and not be failures. Not that you don't learn from failure, but don't let it affect your self-esteem, because you're good at something. And that's what I had to find out. Nobody could understand why I was failing 7th grade. And so they moved me to a private school. Didn't do much better. But then I show up at art class, I'm like, oh my God, well, this is it. This is what I want to do. And unfortunately, my dad was the same way. He had bipolar, and they made him go to William & Mary and Fork Union, and he didn't do well, so they put him in the Marines to straighten him up. And he did graduate from tech and business. But later on, 20, 30 years later, my granddaddy, who was a doctor, said, Frank should have been a forest ranger. We don't want to make those kind of mistakes anymore. So, also business people that are good can make bukus of money, a lot more than medical doctors. So we have to work on the ethics of all that, making sure people have what they need without communism, with competition of a democracy, but also voting as a republic.